The death of Saint Francis Xavier, December 3, 1552, aged 46 years, Shangchuan Island, Dianmen, China. On the 20th of November, 1552, the saint was taken sick with a severe fever and at the same time had a revelation of his approaching end. He was bled, but so unskillfully that his pains were greatly augmented. Lying in a miserable hut of interwoven branches of trees, alone and forsaken in abject poverty, without any bodily comfort, he was undisturbed and calm, having always desired either to give his blood for the Lord or to die in poverty. Although he was grieved that the former was denied him, he felt consoled by the deprivations of the latter in the knowledge that it was the will of the Almighty. His eyes were continually raised on high, or fastened on the crucifix, which never left his hand. It was touching to hear him, even in the delirium of his fever, pronounce the holy names of Jesus and Mary, and the short prayers to which he had been accustomed in his days of health. Jesus, Son of David, have pity on Meg. Mary, show thyself a mother. O most holy Trinities, at length having gazed for a time with deep devotion on the crucifix, he closed his eyes, bowed his head, and gave his great soul to his Master, saying, In thee, O Lord, have I hoped. I shall not be confounded forever. His death took place on a Friday, the 3rd day of December, 1552. He had spent 10 years in the Indies, Japan, and other pagan countries, for the salvation of souls. In this manner, the Apostle of the Indies gloriously ended his laborious life, after having traveled, barefoot, more than 100,000 miles, for the love of God and for the salvation of the souls of men, having preached the gospel in more than 100 kingdoms and islands, having brought kings and nations into the fold of the Church and baptized, with his own hands, so vast a number of converts that Gregory XV, in the bull of the canonization of Saint Francis Xavier, says that the saint saw his spiritual children multiplied like the stars of heaven. His holy body, clad in priestly robes, was laid in a coffin and covered with lime, that the flesh might be rapidly consumed, so that the bonds might be brought back to the Indies. But after 2 months and a half it was found incorrupt and exhaling the most delicious fragrance, and was taken back, with every manifestation of honor, to go in the Indies, where it remains to this day, in a state of perfect preservation. Wherever the ship, which bore the holy remains, landed, a great number of miracles were performed, especially at Malacca, which was immediately freed from a raging pestilence. The right arm with which this great apostle had baptized so many thousand persons was, some years afterwards, severed from his body and brought to Rome, where it is still kept in great honor. Whoever, even superficially, considers the above facts will hardly be able to conceive how one man in so short a space of time was able to perform so great an amount of work. His indefatigable zeal to save souls, the holiness of his life, the heroism of his virtues, as also the special gifts that God conferred upon him, accomplished what, humanly speaking, was impossible. By Father Francis Xavier Wenninger, 1876,